I'm going to share today is from this past week. Okay, this was past week, May 3rd, and that was my birthday. So if you're part of my email um, uh, database, if you get our emails from my office, maybe you've already heard this testimony, but if not, this is new to you. And by the way, if you want to get added to my email testimonials, just all you got to do is call my office, give us your email, okay? Give us your email, and we'll be sending you like regular updates and regular testimonials, okay? So if you want to be a part of our regular emails, which we send out, we usually send out like 2 or 3 testimonials per week, all right? In case you're wondering why you don't really see them on IG, it's because we send them over email, all right? And we send them directly from the clients to you, okay? So the way they wrote it to us, that's how we publish it. Okay, so the first testimony I want to share with you guys is again from last week. That actually happened to be my birthday. That was Wednesday, May 3rd. All right, that was Wednesday, May 3rd. And by the way, I'm a twin, so it happened to be me and my twin's birthday. And I had to, at this particular time, had to travel to Atlanta. Oh, I can tell I haven't been doing live in a while. Okay, it's like I forgot to do live. Let me slow down. I traveled to Atlanta for an interview. Okay, and that was that was last Wednesday. We got to the interview. This was for a vow removal conditions case. Okay, removal conditions, as you may know, is when you already have a 2-year conditional green card and you're trying to get now a 10-year green card. So we had filed the removal conditions application for him. It had been less than a year since we filed it, so it was very fast. They called us for the interview, and we went. So when we got there, the lady was very, very mean. Probably like the meanest person I've ever met, the meanest interview I've ever met. She was mean. We gave her some documents, and she was like, um, first of all, she asked, do you have any documents to add to your case? So we gave her the document. She said, what is this? What is this? Like, what is this? What is this? This goes to show nothing. And, like she was talking bad to us. And I just, calmed myself down, and I asserted myself on behalf of the client. I defended my client. I was like, no, it goes to show something for sure. That's why we're giving it to you. It's showing something, okay? It's proving this and proving that, all right, without giving more details, all right? So she takes it and she's like, well, it's really nothing. It doesn't really, to me, it doesn't add any value. It doesn't add anything to the case. And she kind of threw it to the side. Okay. All right. So then, well, I asked, okay, so, I think I asked a question or something. And long story short, right then and there, that's why I tell you I'm a believer in God. Right then and there, something happened. I don't know what happened. Literally, it was inexplicable. But something happened. The environment changed, and she suddenly became nice. It wasn't anything I said or did. Literally, she just changed her mind. I don't know what it is, and she just became suddenly super nice, and said, "Okay, you know what? The reason I'm saying that we don't need this is because I've already looked at your client's record, and I've looked at what you submitted." And so she took now what we had already submitted before. It was this huge packet, right? And I love it, by the way, when I get to an interview and I see what we've prepared for the client. It was a beautiful packet. She took what we had prepared and submitted to USCIS, before the interview, and she said, "Yeah, I've already reviewed everything, and basically I have everything I need to approve this case. All right, so I'm going to be approving this 10-year green card." All right, so right then and there, our case was approved on the spot. All right, so the testimony is that never have I ever in my 9 years of practice ever been to an interview where I didn't have to lawyer. I didn't have to advocate for the client, really. Literally, it's like Jesus, the great advocate, had already gone ahead of me and advocated for me. Literally, because there were no questions. She asked us no questions about the marriage. She asked us no questions about the abuse. She asked us no questions about how long they've been living together. She asked us no questions about why they separated, or how long they separated. She asked us no questions about when did they separate. The basic questions that you would expect for a removal of conditions case, she didn't ask. The questions you would expect on a vow case, she did not ask. She asked nothing. Okay, she asked absolutely zero. Okay, and this is from an interviewer that was the meanest interview I've ever seen. Literally, she asked us zero questions. I'm telling y'all. All right. And I just wish the client, I could have the client come in here and testify himself. But he'll do that later on when he's more comfortable for certain reasons. He's not going to testify right now. Okay. But when he comes here and testifies, then y'all will understand why I say I'm a believer and I'm a child of God. You will understand why I say that I win because God's got my back. Because how can we get to an interview where the lady is being very hostile to us, where she throws away our documents like they're nothing, where she makes it seem like what we submitted is nothing, is inconsequential to the case? And how can she suddenly just change her mind, change her temperament? And then how can she suddenly say that, I think the case is proven. I think the case is, I have everything I need to approve this case. Okay. How can she do that? That must be a God factor. All right. Now, granted, we do good work. Like I told y'all, the packet I looked at looked real nice. The packet we submitted on the client's behalf, I have got to say, it was well done. So our office does a great job, absolutely 100%. So I do give room for God to act on my behalf, right? I do my best for every single client. I do make sure the packet is well submitted, well organized, proves the burden, proves the legal burden. That I did. That I for sure did. I did my part. Okay. But God stepped in and took it the extra level to where now when we got to interview, there were no questions. So when I give glory to God, it's not that I mean I didn't do anything. Okay. And this is where us Christians have got to do better. We have a part to play. So I played my part. The Bible says faith without works is dead. I played my part. I made sure that application was well done. I made sure that my staff is well trained to put together the application packet well. I made sure we interviewed my client well to put together her declaration well. I made sure that my law firm wrote a good legal argument for her. I made sure we had a good cover letter. I made sure we had a good indexer. I made sure, at least on my part, we was good. Okay. Because she couldn't have said, even with the God factor, she wouldn't have said I have everything I need to approve this case if we hadn't proven our legal burden. Okay. So it doesn't mean that I'm not lawyering. But when I say that God's got my back, I mean, God gives me an extra push because, like I told y'all, for us lawyers, when we go to an interview, we expect trouble. We expect to go fight. Like it's like we like boxers, man. When they call us for interview, we like, it's boxing day. Pa, pa, pa. That's how we're thinking. We're thinking like, oh, it's Boxing Day. Okay. When they call us for interview, we sit and read, we review your case and we think of all the good arguments, all the ways we're going to get you out of trouble. Or we're going to, wiggle your way out of what they say. That's what lawyering is, right? That's what a good lawyer does. So when we were called for the interview, I was already ready to go boxing. I was ready to go, pa, pa, pa. I was ready. I was ready to defend my client. But when I got there, unbeknownst to me, I didn't have to do none of that. It was just approved without any questions whatsoever. And coming from an interviewer who was very hostile to us at the beginning, coming from an interviewer who acted like we were trash, suddenly turning around, changing her mind and saying, you know what? A reason I'm saying that I don't need these documents is because, this case, I have everything I need to prove it. So there's nothing for me to ask. I just think that's glorious. I think that's God. And yes, even the putting together the packet and making it excellent, even God is involved in that part, right? Because it's taken many years for me to get this law firm to a level where every case looks almost, almost the same. Every case has excellence to where every case is done a certain way. Like if you look at Wafula Law packet, it's done by us because we have a certain way we do it. We do it with excellence. It's taken many years to create a system where we can do that for many clients at a time. Okay. We used to only have maybe years ago, maybe there was times I only had like 5 clients a month, or there were times, to be honest with you, there were times many years ago where I had 5 clients a year. Now, I don't want to tell you how many clients we handle per month, but whew, we handle a lot of cases. We handle a lot of clients. And to get to the interview and to see how the packet that we submitted, my law firm submitted, was so beautifully submitted, and it was submitted in such a short time. Within 3 weeks, it was submitted. And to know that we submitted packets like that for more than one client that month, and to know that that packet that we submitted, amongst so many other clients, that one packet just won on the spot without questions. Maybe I don't get it, but for me, it was huge. For me, it was huge. It told me, it was a huge validation to me to be like, okay, I'm doing a good job with my staff. I'm training them well. I've created a good system here. I've gone to a point where, I do the consultation, right? But other parts of the cases, other people do it. My staff helps, and then I review. Okay, and to get to the interview and to see that the packet that we put together now as a team, that was done as a team with me and my team together, that everybody touched and put together well, and it was this huge, beautiful, organized packet that an interviewer could say, I don't need any more evidence. To just see that, to me, was huge. To me, it was huge. And I'll move on to other testimonies. And I have other testimonies. Of course, right now, USCIS is waiving a lot of cases. A lot of cases don't have to go to interview right now. That's another testimony I got to give. There's so many other cases, again, that we've won after interviews. Usually I write about those, and I take up, usually I post about them directly, and I'll write about them, so you've seen those. So, but there's so many other cases that I can testify about where we got to the interview and things went well and we won. But again, never in my life has what happened last Wednesday happened. Like, never have I gone to an interview and then didn't have to lawyer and then still won the case. Never have I gone to an interview where we had no questions whatsoever and it was approved. Guys, it looks like my team is calling me and I've got to go. I got a meeting with the team at 9:30. I had a meeting with my team at 9:30, speaking of training and teaching. So I've got to go. But guys, I just wanted to let y'all know that when we talk about strong systems, we've got it. Law Office of Mafula has it. Val Queen has strong systems. Your case will be handled like a pro. It will be handled professionally from beginning to end. Okay, it will definitely be handled from beginning to end professionally. It will be handled with proper systems, organized. If you don't believe us, ask one of our clients, read one of our testimonials. And then, but most importantly, like I've said 100 times already, probably in this live, God's got our back. God's got our back. Let me answer one question because I promised I would answer a question. And then I'm gone. Let me answer this one question live. Hello? Hello? No, not all my VAR interviews are waived. I just went to one on Wednesday, madam. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Are you taking questions?
Yes, I brought you in.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So I have a question. If I have a travel document, so I can travel to any country, or is it for a specific country only?
No, if you're on travel, you can travel to any country. But if you're on asylum, you're not supposed to travel to your home country. That's the only limitation.
Okay, so to be clear, if I don't have an asylum, if I have a VAWA
if you're VAWA or AOS, yeah, go travel the world, have fun. Just don't go out longer than, I would say, usually 4 weeks or so, or don't go out too long. In other words, to avoid extra questioning when you come back.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anytime. Congratulations. Enjoy. Okay, guys, I'll take one more question. Who wants to come live? Let me take one more question. It's at 9:30. I've got to be at a meeting with my staff. All right. And guys, if you're just coming in, I was just talking about my testimonials, and I highlighted the one that the God gave me on my birthday, which was last Wednesday, May 3rd. Highlighted that in my 9 years of practice, I've never gone to an interview where they didn't interview us, where they didn't ask us questions, and they still approved the case on the spot for a 10-year green card. That's just never happened, because that's why you have a lawyer. Most times you hire a lawyer because you already know they're gonna interview you. You already know they're gonna try to tear you up at the interview. You already know you're gonna have so many questions. But for some reason, the one I went to last Wednesday, there were no questions at all. The interviewer said we have everything we need to approve it. And of course, I talked about, yes, that means it's great. We've done great lawyering. We've done our part as a law firm. That means the packet was organized, was well done. It proved the legal burden, yes. But I also said, but it also means that God's got our back for real. Like when I say that God definitely has my back, I mean that, because I've been to interviews where even though I knew we had proved the legal burden, let me put you that way. I've been to interviews where even though I know we did a heck of a job, I know that we had done the best job we could for that client, and probably better than any other lawyer. I've been to interviews like that where they still drilled the heck out of us. But last Wednesday, I experienced something completely different. All right. I mean, I just, like I tell, I've never been. I'm telling, to me as a lawyer, it blew my mind. Like, wow, they can call me for an interview and not ask me any questions. Wow, I didn't even know this is possible, Lord. Lord, I never knew this. Anyway, guys, since there's no questions, I'll stop here. Please share, 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 share. If you're one of our clients, I'm sure you can testify that we have great systems, that we handle your case well, professional from beginning to end. Um, and if you want to read more about testimonials, please call my office. Call them now. Just give them your email. We'll put you on our list serve so that we can send you our testimonials. Usually we send the testimonials out through email about 3 times a week. So that's why I don't post them much, because we share them over email. And I think we send them like 3 times a week. So if you want to read all our testimonies, you really want to read and see what all we're doing, um, get on our email list serve. Okay. All right. Guys, take care. Bye bye. Love you. I see a question here I would like to answer. Somebody says they're on their fourth prima facie. What does that mean? Means they're not ready to interview yet. Bye, guys.